following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Shannon Gross.
Yo, Wednesday, Star, Frisco. Nate, what's up?
Forward center, baby. They already practiced today?
Yep. Did you go? Did you go?
Nah.
No, you didn't make it. I didn't make it today.
I'm going to tell you something.
Tell me something. Tell me something.
I'll be doing the game. You know, I'll be on the pregame. I'll be like we talked about it yesterday. Then I'll be on mostly on if I get on, it'll be in the third quarter or in the fourth, because us backups will be in then. But man, I'm just excited that I'm back in the loop with you guys, and I didn't go to training camp, but Scott took care of me. I did a weekly show, the special edition. But I'm glad you guys are back, so now we can get back into our routine of doing what we do, and I'm happy for Jalen Smith, man.
Clear eye view.
Yeah, man. And
talk to me. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. A lot of people in the media is not viewing it like I am. See, when you come from a free agent, nobody perspective, to see a guy come through what he's come through and reap the benefits, to get a contract early like he has, to me, that's outstanding. My hat's off to him, man. And Mom, hey, it's a year early, baby. We finna retire you a year early, and so I'm excited, man. I'm excited because where this team can go, because we get the core pieces intact. These guys, at least, and you don't want to look past a 3-year window, but this is 19, it's 20, 21, 22. You somewhere in there, you want to see at least 2 NFC championship games and maybe a Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? And prefer it happen sooner than later. But, signing Jalen, who's next? The Daks of the world, the Zekes of the world, Amari them. I don't get into that. But the guys like Jalen, a guy like maybe even Jones, and Brown, guys like that, a lot of people want to balk at, well, man, he should have waited a year. No. Each guy is different and see their lives going a different way. And so I guess I'm one of the few guys that's saying great for Jalen Smith. I'm talking about in the media. The fans are loving it, that he took a team-friendly deal. What is to perceive to be a team-friendly deal? It's not team-friendly, and I look at things that it's not team-friendly if I'm excited about a player and signing it. It's Nate friendly,
right?
you know what I'm saying. The team may have gotten what they needed out of it, but like a lot of years ago, Tyrone Crawford signed what they call a team friendly deal, But it was friendly for him, and he was happy. Zeke is different, and his situation is different. So I look at each guy individually. But I'm going to be happy for Jalen Smith today and his family, especially his mother and father. But I'm excited, man. I mean, yesterday when we was trying to keep it a secret and the whole NFL nation
everybody knew. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to start talking about it then, because where Jalen came from and what he's accomplished, and especially after when he got back. Remember 2 years ago, was it a year ago, when he got back and they was overplaying him? I mean, he wasn't supposed to play with maybe 15 plays a game.
And he looked a little off, a little slow.
Yeah. His instincts was firing, but his body wasn't responding.
Just couldn't get there. Yeah.
But now, it's responding, man.
Speaking of Mr. Smith, if you still listen, I don't know if you jump ship on us to go listen to some Giants podcast now or something now that your sons aren't together. But congratulations. Yesterday was a big day for the family, man. And I'll tell you what, I'm with you, Nate. if anybody knows that tomorrow's not guaranteed, it's Jaylon Smith.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen. And if the man felt like he needed to sign this deal yesterday instead of waiting and getting market value, go get your money. Get paid, because you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And I think he really knows. If you talk to him, he's really smart. He's a business guy. He thinks about his personal brand. He gets it. He's one of the guys that gets it. He knows he's not playing football forever, and he's setting himself up for after football. There is no other team in this world that you want to be on if you're trying to set yourself up after football than this team, when you've got Mr. Jones right down the hall and you've got the connections that he's got. This brand can expose. Look at Dak. Didn't make hardly any money his first few years in the league, but he got some endorsement deals. You think he would get those endorsement deals if he played for the Jaguars? I doubt it. So, I mean, like Jalen said yesterday and Mr. Jones said, this fit. It was the right time to do it. And, I don't understand why people are hating on him. I'm
basically talking about media guys, But let me say this right here, and this gets it. If you don't think the Cowboy brand is huge, what am I doing sitting there?
Yeah.
Our offensive lineman. Our offensive lineman. And I do other things outside of football. Our offensive lineman. If the Cowboy brand don't work, why am I sitting here?
And you've got two former Cowboys that don't work for the Cowboys, but they work in this building right across the atrium.
Yeah.
You got Darren Woodson.
Yes.
That's in real estate business now. And then you got Tyler Klutz that was here. He's got some kind of business going on over there. And I would imagine those are partnerships that somehow were formed through connections made playing for this brand and this team.
That's right.
So, I mean, to me, you got to look big picture. And for Jalen, it don't get no bigger. Yeah, it don't get no bigger. Right place.
And it's just amazing that that happened, man. This is his third year coming up playing on the field. His second year playing on the field.
Seems like he's been on this team for like 6 years.
Yeah, and to have lost millions to only find millions in less than a 3-year span is amazing. That's That's a gift from God, and he cherishes it. So I'm excited about this guy. Doug, what you feel about that, man? What's your thoughts?
Well, how could you not be happy for Jalen? Right? I mean, I was always, when they drafted him, we've had these conversations. I've been critical of gambling on second-round picks when you needed help immediately. Like you and I've talked about before. Would you rather take the risk of a guy like Jalen who has just hit it big, or would you rather spend a second-round pick on a Brandon Carr type player who doesn't turn out to be elite but plays every game? Sometimes it seemed like this team needed the guy who played every game, but in this case, I mean, this is just like Jerry Jones said in the press conference. This is a Cowboy story now. This is a story that is just it's heartwarming.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, and see, like I tell people, we're not. One thing I like about this broadcast and the people that we work for, we're not forced to say, "Oh man, we got to say great things," because we can say bad things and not worry about being fired as long as we don't try to grind a person into the ground. And so I'm loving it, because I thought about it. I'm like, wow, 35 guaranteed bonus right here, and then with an option in 2022 to get out. I don't know what that option is, whether it's All Pro, Pro Bowl, or NFC. You don't know what that stipulation is, but he can get out. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, who you think's gonna be next? It's got to be Dak, Amari, or Zeke. They got to be.
You know what? I'm serious, Shannon. I'm looking right in your eye. I don't care. All I care about is play the game. I'm serious. I want to get on 20, be rolling with I don't even do this. Put my Cowboy flag on my truck and be rolling in every state line I go through, I'm bumping my horn.
It's a nice truck, too.
Yeah.
Do you really have a Cowboy flag?
No, I don't, but I will have one, and it will be huge, and I will put it where it be making a lot of noise.
So finish the story. What do you want to put the flag on your truck and go through every state?
Every state. I'm going through every state. Just
what's
bumping
that have
my
to
horn.
do with signing or not signing players?
Well, if we don't sign any players, we ain't gonna have no good team. We got to sign some.
Oh, so you're saying you want to win the Super Bowl and do a national tour,
right? And we got to have all our guys.
Yeah.
A core guy they signed yesterday. Mm-hmm. A core guy is Dak. Core guy is Amari. Core guy is Zeke. Core guy, and we already got the offensive line signed. Mm-hmm. We signed DeMarcus Lawrence. You know, we went out and got Robert Quinn. I think if he get himself together and no more incidents, he gonna be good enough where they can at least offer him. You know, you got to have core guys that impact your team. You know, Anthony Brown could be a guy that they could be working on. You know, that a 6th-round pick or whatever he was 2 or 3 years ago. You never know, man. Mm-hmm. And so if you keep your core guys and keep drafting well and do good, this is the first time in a lot of years I think we hit on more than one free agent. Like we got Antoine Woods a couple of years ago, good free agent pick. Then we got Cobb and Quinn. Mm-hmm. So if you can continue to do that and draft well, you know, then you continue to build your team. And wow,
I tell you, this is the first time in recent memory that I think offense and defense are both going to be good, and I don't know which one's better. I think they're both going to be have potential to be top 10 in the league on both sides of the ball.
And that's the NFC Championship written all over it, you know. And the thing is, like I tell people, like, you notice when the season was over, the first thing I started talking about was the 3 technique. Oh, we need a big, sloppy, greasy, on-fire hog in the middle, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, they went out and got this young guy. He hasn't panned out so far to where I can see him getting 25 or more snaps.
Tristan Hills?
Mm-hmm. So far, it's a lot. It's a long ways to go in the season.
Yeah.
It's a long way. So if he can pull his weight, man, because in the playoffs, a team will say, okay, we can exploit this. And the times that we got mutilated was when teams could run straight up our middle. The Indianapolis Colts. The game turned out bad against the Tennessee Titans and
Rams.
The Rams.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to address that by making the middle of our defense stronger. What will we be missing this year? Okay, I don't want to find out that Pollard is a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to rush for 1,050 yards, and then the playoffs come and he can't get nothing. Mm-hmm. And that's where Zeke come in at.
Yeah. Yep. Do you think he's going to miss any games?
Huh?
You think he's going to miss games?
Oh, Shannon, I don't know.
You were there when Emmett held out, right?
Yeah.
Started off 0-2. Comes in, you guys. Did you win the Super Bowl that year?
Yeah, we won. Yeah, we was the first team to go 0-2.
Do you think Zeke is as integral of a part of this team as Emmett was of that team?
I think he is, but in today's NFL, you can win in multiple ways. A lot. You can win back then in multiple ways, but everybody had that key running back. You know, that workhorse running back, but. You can win, but I just don't see us damaging folks in the playoffs. You know, I think you can win without Zeke during the season, but I don't think when you get to the playoffs and teams can focus in, you know, and hold their breath. Like Coach Johnson said, for 4 games, I know y'all can hold y'all breath. For 3 games, I know y'all can hold y'all breath. Mm-hmm. You know, better still, I know you can hang from you know, turn you upside down. You can hang from that. I said, no, Coach, I'm a little overweight. I don't think.
By the way, you've lost some weight since last time I saw you.
a little bit of weight, man.
What'd you do? I mean, pinks always look good on you. That's always been your color. I like that color, but you've lost like a small human. You probably lost, about 40 pounds?
I don't know, man, but I you know, just.
Is it this Texas heat? Did you just melt off of you?
Yeah. Yeah, y'all need to leave me every year. Yeah.
You're looking good, man. You're looking good. By the way, Kurt texted me. Tell you, let's see what he said. Asked him how he's feeling. He said
Kurt Daniels, our partner.
Said he worn down, but not too bad, all things considered. Have a good show. So hang in there, Kurt, man. Thinking about you. Speaking of Kurt, we got another co-host that's joining the show this year. We teased it yesterday.
It's official?
It's official.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about it when we come back right after this break on Hangin' with the Boys.
Your new apartment's big. Such a great deal.
It's okay.
Just okay? What's not to...
It's right above the subway!
Well, I bet you don't even notice it after the...
That's my neighbor, Angus.
A deal that's just okay is not okay. Get a great deal with America's Best Network. Come into an AT&T store and learn how to buy one smartphone and get a second one on us. Based on GWS One score, September 2018.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code DALLAS at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
Work the Cowboys way and channel the winning business tradition of the Dallas Cowboys and the Jones family at Formation. This dynamic workspace provides an elevated work experience on the Star's aspirational campus with exclusive membership options available to meet varying needs. Choose from open workspaces, dedicated desks, and private offices to leverage our home field advantage for your individual business success. Limited memberships are available now, so apply today at formationatthestar.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Hey!
Back.
Had to let Nate back in the door. Sorry about that. I'm sure we got a live. We got some other big news to announce. We got two things to announce, Nate. You don't even know about this second one.
What's that?
We have an official sponsor of this show for this season that involves us getting free food periodically throughout the year.
Wow.
They are going to bring food to the studio, and they want us to come out to some of their local locations and do the show in some of their restaurants.
Who is he for?
Wingstop.
That's Troy Aikman.
And I could not be happier because I love me some boneless wings at Wingstop and their fries. So, Nate, Douglas, we're going on the road this year, fellas.
Awesome.
I can't wait. And they want to deliver food up here for us to eat on the show with players. They want players on the show with us eating hot wings and sweating.
So you better start working on them guys right now.
It's going to be easier with hot wings.
It is going to be so much easier. So shouts out to
Looney
Wingstop.
coming, believe me.
Oh, yeah. All the big boys will be in here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wingstop. We can't wait. We got a new show open we're working on and a new logo and all kind of good stuff. Right, Douglas?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Man, Douglas showed me a list of like 800, what are those things called that you be sending
Commercial
out?
spots.
Commercial spots, like 800 of them. I'm like, wow.
Are you reading them? Are you
No,
doing
he was just, he got to send them out there. Send them in, he'll edit them, fix them up, send them back out, get people to voice over.
All the new ones for the season, Douglas, for all the shows?
Yeah, Nate was asking me if I'd been busy, and so I just pulled out my checklist.
So you got to get them all done for like the broadcast and everything, right?
Yeah, the Brad and Babes play-by-play broadcast. A lot of spots. Every the first preseason game, about the 4 weeks leading up to that is my busiest time of year.
Nice. So when we're gone playing in Oxnard, that's what everybody thinks we do. Then you're back here working away, putting together radio spots, right?
Yeah, I know you guys were working too, though.
Yeah, we did a little bit.
Guys,
if Shannon went out there and worked, man, come on.
I think he did.
In shorts, in a T-shirt, and a ball cap half the time. But
You know Shannon's most busiest part of the day, because I followed him one day, is when he get up and do his morning jog.
Oh yeah, so I was running one morning. I didn't run one time this year, but I was running one morning, and I kept feeling like this. You know, you feel a presence around you, and I kept feeling something. And finally, Nate's behind me on you had a 3-wheel bike, right?
Yeah.
And he just rolls around, starts like a shark, starts like riding circles around me. And I was like, man, get out of here. Come on.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we've got a new co-host. We teased this a little bit yesterday. He used to play football for us. I think he was maybe a year or two. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to give him crap because I was actually at the first game that he played in San Francisco. And if any of you remember, I think it was Dan Bailey's rookie year. It's the year that Romo broke his rib in San Fran. Miles Austin caught that amazing ball where he put his hand down and reached into the end zone.
Best poster ever.
Best picture ever, yes. I remember that hanging in Valley Ranch. It was so awesome. Well, the guy that set that play up and got them down there was none other than our new co-host. Do you know who it is? Do you know who it is, Nate?
No. Who is it?
Douglas, do you know who it is?
I've heard rumors, but I do not dare guess.
He's also a reality TV show star, which he probably should have gone that route because the football thing didn't work out for him because he got caught from behind on that play.
Yeah.
It was about a 60 or 70-yard play. We'll have to get him to confirm. But none other than Jesse Holly will be joining our show for this season. So he currently does the post-game show on our radio partner, 105.3 The Fan, and he worked on Cover 4, the live studio show that we had last year. And now we're going to welcome him to our podcast. I think Monday's going to be his first day. We might try to get him to call in tomorrow or Friday just to say hey and what's up. So it'll be me, Nate, Kurt, and Jesse Holly. We'll be the only show on the air with not just one now former Cowboy players. We will have 2 and an Emmy Award winner.
Yeah.
And me.
And
I don't even know why I'm still on
it.
Marconi, and a Marconi Award winner. So, yeah, man, I'm excited. It's going to be good because I think you and Jesse are going to have some great conversations, and I'm gonna egg it on. I'm going to love to see you guys have these conversations. And the Kurt will just sit there and look at us like he normally does.
Do you got anything you want to say, Kurt? Well,
it's going to be awesome, man. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great show, and we're glad that Wingstop's going to be a part of it.
Oh, man, I wish Kurt was here.
Why?
Kurt, I hope you're watching. You got your wish. Zeke's not here because he don't want to sign for the $10 million.
Goodness.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, I want to know Kurt's thoughts on that.
Yeah. Kurt, call in. Let us know your thoughts on Zeke, $10 million he ain't signing for.
Kurt hates Zeke.
Yeah.
He didn't want him on this team.
Yeah.
He would be saying Zeke who, for sure.
Yeah, for real.
So, what'd you think about Mr. Jones's comments?
He's earned the right.
Yeah.
He's been in Zeke's corner. Mm-hmm. And Zeke agent, you do what you do. I mean, everything helps, one way or another. But Mr. Jones, I'm telling you, I mean, he used to joke with us back in the day. Like, it's been a long time since he joked with a player. He used to joke with us like that, But I tell people, who has been in his corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Jones, if anybody has a right to pop off a few, it's him.
Yeah. And we've seen the battles he's fought in the public eye for Zeke.
Yeah.
Imagine the battles that we don't know about that he may have fought. So I agree with him. Zeke's his guy. And I tell you what, that's one thing you may not know, being around and being in this building and being on the road and in the locker room. We talked about on the show, Mr. Jones genuinely cares about the guys on this team as human beings and people. And, business is business, and I get all that. But he really, look back when Dez was here. That was hard for him to let Dez go. That was a business decision, man. Wow. But it's, as people, he genuinely cares. And, I mean, I'm sure he gets it. It's a business, but he's got to do what's smart for the Cowboys. He understands Zeke's trying to do what's good for Zeke.
Yeah.
It's got to make sense for both sides, but I'm with you. He's earned the right.
Yeah, like I tell people, Mr. Stephen Jones basically can sign almost every guy or not sign almost every guy. But it's always going to be a few guys where he's going to have to at least call Daddy, we reached this deal or we didn't reach this deal. What do you think? Mm-hmm. And so it's a few guys that's got that elite status. And so that's why, people say, well, hey, man, why you what do you think? I don't think. Not when it come to Dak. Not when it come to Zeke or even Amari. I mean, if it was that simple, they would be signed. Mm-hmm. And for me to believe that, I believe that Dak and his camp did when Mr. Jones and his camp said, hey, 30 mil. And he's like, yeah, okay, I want 40 mil. All it is I'm giving my opinion on what I think and you giving yours.
Yeah.
And the nation broke loose. You don't tell me that the Cowboys ain't got it going on. The nation broke loose.
Mm-hmm. And that's the way you do deals.
Yeah.
Like I come to you, you're selling a car for $10,000. I say I think it's worth $5,000, and guess what? We probably are going to land about $7,500, which is where both of us expected anyway.
Yeah.
Cowboys throw out 30. Dak probably would be happy with 32 or 33. They throw out 40.
Yeah.
Cowboys probably go to 31. They come down to 48, and then you're probably going to wind up there anyway. That's just the way you do business.
And so, like one of my guys I work with said, man, he ain't worth no $40 million. I've been with him on his side, and I told him, I said, man, my man, we did not set this market. I said, me and you did not set this market. And what do you mean? What do you mean? I said, well, let's walk through it. Ever since I've been in this league, and we had a strike, I think, in 86. They came to agreement back then. They had a thing called a quarterback club. And I think the owners wanted some of that. And the players union like, no. The quarterback said no. And from that point on, the quarterbacks have always been separate. And guess what? The owners ain't never had a problem with paying quarterbacks. So when I hear people say what a quarterback ain't worth and what he is worth, I just kind of smile because we didn't set that market. The owners set that market, because they know without a quarterback. And see, over the last year, you haven't heard me say, well, what type of quarterback Dak is. My thing is this with Dak. I've never seen Dak fail with talent. Well, people say, well, that answers my question. I said, well, what do you mean that answers your question? Well, that's why he should take less. I said, well, I've never seen Eli Manning win without talent. Oh. I said, I've never seen, only quarterbacks I've seen toe the team was the kid in Green Bay.
Rodgers.
I've seen him toe the team. I've seen the kid down in New Orleans toe the team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but the rest of them, and Tom Brady, I've seen him go with less talent than most teams. But other than that, I've never seen no quarterback put a team on his back like those three guys.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can call in, text in, whatever you need to do. But tell me out of 32, that leaves how many? That's 3. That leaves what, 29?
29, yeah.
So what these 29 other guys doing with 32 million, 35 million? What are they doing with it?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the talent around you as a quarterback, you cannot survive. It ain't but 2 or 3 quarterbacks that can. And even the one in Green Bay said, you know what? I'm tired of this load. So they unloaded the coach and went out and got a defense. Look at their roster now. They unloaded, went out and got guys that they think can complement their star player. And so that's how I look at Dak. Dak has never failed with quality receivers. Dak has never failed with a quality team around him. And so in 27 other guys, they fit the same mold as Dak. The very same mold. The kid in Minnesota, I keep using who left Washington, went to Minnesota.
Cousins.
And Coach Zim is so mad about last year because he never saw Cousins as a guy that should be throwing the ball 30 and 40 times a game. Mm-hmm. He always saw Cousins as a guy, if I can keep him under 30, around 33 passes with a run game and a good defense, I think this kid can help my team. Mm-hmm. He didn't see that 30 and 40. That's why he fired his offensive coordinator. Because we ain't throwing that many times. You can throw 50 times. But after you get to a certain number and they realize you ain't going to run, guess where they're going to load up at? Mm-hmm. And at that key critical time in the game, you throwing that pick six, or somebody sacking you and making you fumble. But with a run game, a solid run game, we'll see a different Kirk Cousins this year. And that's why I say I don't know how much Dak is worth. I don't know. I know how much Zeke is worth, and I don't know how much Amari is worth. But Amari is cool. So
what's Zeke worth?
Zeke is worth 1 penny more than Todd Gurley. That's just what I believe.
Yeah,
it's a good problem to have, though.
Yeah, but we got to have them here,
I'd rather be worrying
man.
about blue chip players and how to pay them than being in last place. And
yeah, you know what? This is a little different than about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You couldn't get guys in the door, and now you got them in the door. And it's like, now how do we keep them? So you're right, Douglas. You're right. Well, you need to go back and look. I didn't go to practice long yesterday. I was out there for 15, 20 minutes. There's a play that Randall Cobb made in practice. If you can get to broadcast.
Okay. All right.
Dak underthrew the ball a little bit. It was a sideline route. It was a little out. Dak underthrew it a little bit. The defender took a step back towards Dak and jumped and was about to catch the ball. Randall Cobb comes around him and looked like he was just trying to knock the ball away. Somehow he cupped the ball with one hand. He didn't grab it.
Right.
He cupped it with one hand, swiped it out of the air like some Mr. Miyagi stuff.
Right.
And turned around and took off. It was the damnedest thing I've ever seen, man.
Wow.
It would have made SportsCenter's #1 if it would have been
cool.
If it had been televised.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for that.
Oh, it's so cool. Douglas, you need to check it out too.
I will.
All right. Well, you know what? We got a Deep Blue documentary that's coming out at 3:00.
We got a minute left.
And we got a minute left.
Yeah, we got a minute left. Is there anything you want to say, Doug?
Yeah, Doug, what you got going on, Doug?
Nah, I've been enjoying the show listening.
Yeah?
But no, that was my soapbox. Is everybody's so upset about these contracts, and I just think, man, you spent a top 5 pick on Zeke when nobody would spend a top 5 pick on a running back, and he's turned out to be absolutely everything you'd hope he would be. It's a good problem to have.
It is.
It's Steven talked about it in the press conference yesterday. They figure these things out. They'll come together at some point. Now, we don't want them missing games.
Nope,
but,
don't.
But yeah, I think overall, I'm happy. We got a lot of good players, and you got to figure out how to get that Tetris puzzle to fit.
Yep, you need him. Everybody that says you don't need him and you can go with what you got, I don't want to do that. I think we need him. Speaking of running backs, the Deep Blue that's coming out at 3 is your old running back, your old buddy, Daryl Johnston.
Yeah.
Deep Blue on it's called Building Blocks. It's a good one. Supposedly when they went and did all these interviews, they usually try to line up about 15 to 30 interviews because they know maybe 4 or 5 people will tell them yes. Every single person they went back to Moose's hometown and asked said yes. They had to figure out it. I don't even know if they used all the interviews because so many people want to be involved. Everybody loves that guy. Wow. Everybody would do anything for him. So
this is the first Deep Blue that's going to have DVD extras.
Maybe.
So much extra content.
You know what? There might be that's a good idea. We'd have to pitch that to Rocks. Have an outtake reel.
There you go.
Really good.
Deeper than blue.
Deeper than blue. Or deeper in blue, yeah. All right, well, we'll be back tomorrow. We probably will be back at 3:00 tomorrow, unless you want to do 2 tomorrow. What do you want to do?
Whatever time. If y'all want to do 2, I'm good for 2.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, because I got a show I got to do at 10:30 anyway, special edition. I got to tape that.
Okay. Well,
so
maybe
if y'all want to do 2, I'm good at 2. If y'all want to do 12:00, I'm good at that too.
We'll be 2 or 3. We'll let y'all know. It'll be on the website. It'll be the right time on the website, hopefully. So, well, welcome to the show, Jesse Holly. Welcome to the show, Wingstop. Nate, thanks for bringing it.
Maybe we can get Jalen to throw us a meal here, meal there.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
We went through that growing pain with it.
I wonder what I would do with $1 million. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Just go out and blow it.
I probably would. I'd blow a little bit, I promise. You know what? I'd do a whole lot of good with it, but I'd do a little bit of bad with it too.
Yes, sir. I didn't even think about it.
All right. Thank you, William, for keeping us on the air. Thank you, Presley, for scheduling everything. Douglas, thank you. Kurt, thinking about you. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 or 3 on Hangin' with the Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this,